Although there are several laws to govern the study of gases, but here in this module we will study only four laws: Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro law, and Dalton's law of partial pressure. So first of all, Boyle's law. Boyle's law is very famous and fundamental law in the gas. It simply says that the gases compressed under high pressure and expand with low pressure. So it was the observation of the Boyle's that if you see a bubble in the deep sea, the size will be small. As the bubble goes up, the size will increase, and when it comes to the surface, the size will be the maximum, because the pressure at the bottom of the river is high, so volume is low, small, and as the bubble goes up, the pressure decreases and the volume increases. This relationship is called inversely proportional. So as you go down deep into the river, the pressure will increase, this pressure, and if the bubble goes up, the pressure will decrease and the volume will increase. So this relationship, by experimental numbers, figures, when you plot in the graph, because of the inversely proportional, it will be a curve. The relationship between the pressure and the volume will be shown into graph at the curve, and if you change this, the relationship between pressure to inverse here, this one 1 upon V means inverse, the line will become straight. So I'll say the statement of the law that for a given mass of the gas at constant temperature, the volume of the gas will be inversely proportional to the pressure of the gas. So this thing we can say in mathematics, that volume is inversely proportional to the pressure, and the relationship between the volume and pressure will be, the product of that will be remain constant for a same sample of the gas. And if you repeat the experiment, that P1 V1 and P2 V2, then one constant will be equal to the another constant, so we can say P1 multiply V1 is equal to P2 V2, and the temperature will remain constant. So this is the Boyle's law, and in this law you have to remember this equation to solve the exercise or the problem. So same Boyle's law can be explained here. If you see, this is the sample of the gas, it shows very light pink color. This is the gas volume from here to here, 100 ml, and the quantity of mercury is low, this end is open, the mercury is very little quantity, so pressure is low, volume is big. If you increase the quantity of the mercury from here, the pressure will increase. This is 1 atmospheric pressure here, and then volume will reduce to half. If you increase more pressure, then volume will reduce to 1/3. So this also shows that as you increase the pressure, the volume decreases. The relationship in the experimental diagram. The next law is the Charles law. It's also called Gay-Lussac law, or in other words we can say the relationship between the volume and the temperature at constant pressure. So for a given mass of a gas, for a sample, the volume is directly proportional to the absolute temperature at constant pressure. So it is a common common observation that things expand on heating, but the gases will expand more. If the temperature of the gas increases, the volume also increases. So this relationship is shown here with different colors, means different here samples are here, and the relationship mathematically is written here. Volume is directly proportional to the temperature, and to remove the proportional sign we put a constant. So finally our equation will be V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2, and this equation will be used in the calculations. To convert the centigrade into Kelvin, you have to add 273 into the centigrade to convert into Kelvin. Okay, the experimental presentation will be like that. This is the sample of the gas with low temperature and low volume. Temperature is low, volume is also low. As you heat the sample, the volume will also increase and the temperature is also increased. Here this is the high temperature, so it means that if you increase the temperature, the volume will also increase. That is called directly proportionalship relationship. That is the Charles law, very simple thing. The Avogadro law states that at constant temperature and pressure, the volume is directly proportional to the number of moles. So this law have the new thing that is called number of moles. So moles simply is the mass of the substance presented not in gram. Usually when we talk about the mass of the substance, we say gram, but here what we do, the mass in gram divided by the molar mass. Molar mass comes from the periodic table. If you have the formula, you can calculate the molar mass. So you divide the gram with the molar mass, then it will change to mole. So let me give you one example. Suppose you have a chemical, sodium hydroxide is a base. Sodium hydroxide, its formula will be NaOH. So you have to make the sum of masses of sodium, oxygen and hydrogen. So mass of sodium is 23 from the periodic table, and mass number of oxygen is 16, and mass of hydrogen is 1. So total will be 40. So this is the way to calculate the molar mass of any chemical. You have to see its formula and molar mass from the periodic table. Make the total, that will be the molar mass. Any gram of the sodium hydroxide, you can divide by 40, it will change into mole. It is simply this law. In common sense we can say if the mass increases, the volume also increases. It is a common thing, but mass, instead of saying in gram, we say in mole. And mole, the formula of the mole is the gram divided by molar mass. This also formula will be useful in the calculation. And the application of this Avogadro law in the stoichiometric calculation. This is the complete chemical equation representation. 3 mole of hydrogen combines with the 1 mole of nitrogen and makes 2 moles of ammonia. So this moles means the molar mass in gram, and this calculation can be done if it is asked. So then we combine all the 3 laws. Boyle's law states that volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. Charles law states that the volume is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure and number of mole. Avogadro law says the volume is directly proportional to the number of mole at constant pressure and temperature. All these 3 laws, we make the total. This total of this all 3 laws here. This is volume is proportional to number of mole, temperature and inversely to the pressure. And remove the proportionality sign, we need a constant. The constant is R. The R is the gas constant. Its value is 0.0821. I'll show you. But here you have to see this by making the sum of all these 3 laws. We have an ideal gas equation. That is PV is equal to nRT. P is pressure in atmosphere, V is volume in liter, N is the number of moles, R is gas constant value, I will show you, temperature in absolute Kelvin. Okay, and then if you repeat the experiment one time, then P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. So this is called general gas equation. This is ideal gas equation, this is general gas equation. These both equations will be used in your calculation for the solving the problems. And another thing you will use in the calculation will be the standard temperature and pressure. So standard S, temperature T and pressure P, that is called STP. Standard temperature is 0 degrees centigrade, that is equal to 273 Kelvin, and standard pressure is 1 atmosphere, that is equal to 760 millimeter mercury. That you have to remember it because you will use these values in the problem. If the problem says STP, means you have to remember that temperature 273 Kelvin and pressure 1 atmosphere. This is called standard temperature and pressure, and when the 1 mole of a gas is taken and the temperature is 273, pressure is 1 atmosphere, then the volume will be equal to 22.414 liter. This is a constant standard value. This also you have to remember to solve the problem. So if STP is given, then these values will remain as it is, and if we put these values like pressure in 1 atmosphere, volume 22.4 liter, and number of mole is 1, and the R gas constant, you can calculate this R here by using the value of temperature 273. If you solve these numbers, the answer will be 0.082057, means 0.0821 we say. The units will be liter, atmosphere, mole and Kelvin. Whenever you use the R in the problem, you have to use these units for all the calculation. For liter, use for volume, use liter. For pressure, you have to use atmosphere. For quantity of the gas, you have to use mole. And for temperature, you have to use Kelvin. You cannot change this temperature until you are using this value of R. So let's come to the exercise, and this exercise says that sulfur hexafluoride, this is a gas, colorless and odorless gas, and this exercise he is giving you the number of moles, that is 1.82, this number of moles, volume is 5.43 liter. Okay, so in this calculation, which formula will be suitable for it? So let's solve this example. So temperature is 69.5. So we will write down this. The question is here, calculate the pressure. So pressure is equal to your question and the number of mole, N is equal to 1.82 mole, and volume is equal to 5.43 liter. And temperature is equal to 69.5 degrees Celsius, and you have to add here 273. So this will become 542. No, this will become 342. Yeah, 342.5 Kelvin. So these values, this is Kelvin. So these values you can use in the equation, ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. Your question is P. P is your question. So you say P is equal to nRT upon V. So how much is the N? N is 1.82 multiplied by R is equal to 0.0821. Okay, and temperature is 342. Divided by the volume. Volume is 543 liter. 5.43 liter. So your answer will be 9.42. 9.42, because it's pressure, so it will be atmosphere. So this way you can solve this problem. Now we solve the practice. Here in the practice it says the number of mole is 2.12 and pressure is 6.54, temperature is 76 degrees centigrade. So we let it right here. The question is calculate the volume. So volume is the question. So volume is equal to question and number of mole is equal to 2.12 mole and pressure is equal to 6.54 atmosphere and temperature is 76. So 76 plus 273 you have to add here. So make the total. So more total will be 349. 349 Kelvin. So same formula, PV is equal to nRT, and this time your question is volume. So V is equal to nRT upon P. N is 2.12, R will remain constant 0.0821 and the temperature is 349 divided by the pressure. So pressure is 6.54. So it will be equal to 9.29. So you have to make the round. Rounding is important. 9.29 and because it is volume, so unit will be liter. So this is the practice exercise. We go to the next question. Here is asked you, it is the actually Boyle's law, okay, because he is giving you, no, this is no, this is not Boyle's law, this is calculation of number of volume. So STP is given, so this ideal gas equation we use here. So this is, instead of mole, gram is given and STP is given. So what is the meaning of STP? So this problem we can solve by two methods actually. I'll show you the first method, that is long, and then we'll solve it by the short method. So let me show you the calculation first, this by long method. So the gas is here ammonia, NH3. So you have to check first the molar mass. In the periodic table, the mass of the nitrogen is 14 and hydrogen is 1, but hydrogen, there are 3 atoms of hydrogen, so we directly say 3, okay, and is equal to total will be 17. This is called molar mass. Molar mass from the periodic table. Okay, now the ammonia is given, the gram NH3 is equal to 7.4 gram. 7.4 gram. This gram we have to change to mole. So how to change to mole? So mole will be equal to gram upon molar mass. So gram is 7.4 and molar mass is 17. If you divide this, your answer will be 0.435. 0.435. This will be mole. So this gram you change to mole. So this one step. Then come to the STP. So STP means standard temperature and pressure. So temperature will be 273 Kelvin and pressure will be equal to 1 atmosphere, and R, you already know the gas constant, so we can use the equation PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT, and here your question is calculate the volume. So volume, here this is the question, the volume. So volume will be equal to, so volume will be equal to nRT upon P. So number of mole, here you have 0.435. R is a gas constant 0.0821, multiply by temperature is 273, and the pressure is 1. So answer will be equal to 9.74. 9.74, because the volume, so it will be liter. So this is the long method, and the short method I will teach you now, because the STP is given. So in the STP you already learned that 1 mole of gas at STP will be 22.4 liter. So we can say 1 mole of this gas will be equal to 22.4 liter. So our gas is 0.435 mole, so 435 mole will be equal to 22.4 divided by 1 and multiply by 0.435. Answer will be same, 9.74 liter. So this is the short method, but because I wanted to explain you all this calculation, so I solved this time the long method and the short method both, but in the practice I will solve only the short method to save the time. So here in the practice also, this is STP is given, okay, and the HCl gas is 49.8 gram. So H plus Cl, so you make the H is equal to 1 and Cl is equal to 35.5. So total will be 36.5. This will be the molar mass, gram per mole. So actual unit is gram per mole, and but this we can say this is called molar mass. This is called molar mass. No, I think this. Okay, now we solve this in the short method. So this change it to mole. So mole, this gram HCl is equal to 35.5 gram. Change into mole, and by the formula, mole is equal to gram upon molar mass. So gram is given here, gram is here 49.8. No, this is, sorry, this here, this was 49.8 gram was given, not 35.5 is chlorine mass. So 49.8 divided by this molar mass 36.5, which we calculated before. So 36.5 will be equal to 1.36 mole. So now we start our actual calculation by the STP. STP says that 1 mole of a gas at STP will be equal to 22.4 liter. So in our calculation we have 1.36 mole will be equal to 22.4 divided by 1 multiply by 1.36, and that will be equal to 30.6 liter. So I hope you understand these calculations. And the next question is 5.5. So here this is the Boyle's law. Yes, this is Boyle's law, and because here it is giving you the volume is 0.55 liter. This kilometer we don't need here, okay. And 1 atmosphere is the pressure. Yes, we need this 1 atmospheric pressure, and pressure change to 0.4 atmosphere. This is story that inflated helium balloon goes up in the atmosphere, and when it goes up the pressure decreases and the volume increases. So this calculation can be done by this way. This is a volume. V1 is equal to 0.55, so this is 0.55 liter, and pressure 1 is equal to 1 atmosphere, and pressure 2 is equal to 0.4 atmosphere, and volume 2 is your question. So our formula will be the Boyle's law. P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So question is V2. So V2 will be equal to P1 V1 upon P2. P1 is 1 atmosphere and V1 is 0.55, and P2 is equal to 0.4 atmosphere, I think, yeah, 0.4. So here you know the pressure, both the units are same, atmosphere and atmosphere. It must be same. If it is not same, you have to change it. And because your the volume is in the liter, so answer will also come in the liter. So answer is here is 1.4. I have given you the answer already, 1.4 liter. Okay. Now the practice exercise same. You have this pressure, and the pressure is now millimeter mercury. Okay. And the volume is given in the milliliter. See, this milliliter and this also milliliter, both have same units, so no need to change. But if one unit is liter and another unit is milliliter, then you have to make it same units. So but if you use the R, then your units will be according to the R, which I told you, liter, atmosphere, mole and Kelvin. But here we are not using R, so you can use this unit, same units will be enough for you. So here we say this is pressure 1 is 726 millimeter mercury, and volume 1 is 946 milliliter, and volume 2 change to 154, volume reduced to 154, means pressure increase, milliliter. So your pressure 2 is your question. So what is the formula? Same, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Question is P2, so P2 is equal to P1 V1 upon V2. P1 726 multiply by V1 946 divide by V2 154. So your answer will be your answer will be here. This, let me teach you the answer. If you calculate your answer by the calculator, it will be equal to 4459, and this will be milliliter. Answer is in the answer is a millimeter mercury, yeah, because this is pressure, so millimeter mercury, millimeter Hg. But when you make the round, then it will become 4460 after making the round. Okay. But sometime in the connect, they ask you in the scientific notation, then you say it same number, you say 4.4 into 10 raised to the power 3 millimeter mercury. All three answers are correct, but you have to use according to the situation. If you are giving paper pen exam, so by the calculator you can write this answer not wrong. But if you are answering in the connect, you have to make it round, and if they ask you this format, then you write in this format. If they ask you in scientific notation, the same number you convert into scientific notation, so this will be your answer. So same answer can be written in three methods. So whatever the condition of the exam, you have to use it. Okay. So 5.6. So this question is the relationship between pressure and temperature. So let me write the data for this question. Okay, here it is giving you 1.2 atmosphere, 18 degrees centigrade, and that second temperature is 85 degrees centigrade. Yeah, easy. The bulb is there, and the bulb was, first of all, in the beginning it was off, so 18 degree room temperature. When they start the bulb, it becomes 85 degree. So pressure must increase inside. Let us calculate how much the pressure comes there. So pressure 1 was 1.2 atmosphere. And temperature 1 was 18 degree Celsius. So you have to make it plus 273. And here temperature 2 will be 85 Celsius. And similarly, you also have to add here 273 to make it Kelvin. So if you add 273 plus 18, this will be 291 Kelvin. And if you add this 85, 273, it will become 358. So both temperature is converted into Kelvin. Then our formula will be here. And let me teach you one thing here. This, if you take the general gas equation, P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. So if you see here in this equation here, in this bulb, the volume remains the same. The bulb is not expanding, volume remains the same. So what you have to cancel, you cancel the volume. So this volume is cancelled from here, left side and right side both. So volume will be removed. So what the formula will be there? This formula will be here, P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. This is called pressure and temperature relationship. Your question is calculate the final pressure. So P2 is your question. So P2 is equal to P1 upon T1 multiplied by this T2. So P1 how much? 1.2 and T2 358 divide by 291. So your answer will be 1.48 atmosphere. Okay, you see here this, because this atmosphere is here, so answer will be also atmosphere, and this Kelvin and Kelvin units are same, both are Kelvin and Kelvin same, so atmosphere will give you the answer in the atmosphere, pressure will be in the atmosphere. So now this is another the practice here. Sample of oxygen 0.9 atmosphere is cooled from 21 to minus 68. So here let me write this one. Pressure 1 0.97 atmosphere. Temperature 1 is equal to 21 degrees centigrade. You say plus 273 to make it Kelvin. Okay, and temperature 2 is minus 68. Here in your paper maybe 268, so we change this 268 into minus 68, and to convert it into Kelvin you add 273. So total will be 294 Kelvin here, and this is 205 Kelvin, and your pressure 2, yeah, final pressure is question. Pressure 2 is your question. So we write the same formula, P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. Question is P2 P1 upon T1, and this will be T2 is equal to, now P1 is 0.97 multiply by T2 is 205 divide by 294. So answer is given here already. You can check some mathematical errors or something, and 0.68 atmosphere. Okay, so now this is, I hope the last question. The small bubble rises from the bottom of the lake. See, this is the Boyle's law. Same, the bubble from the bottom of the lake in the river, and the temperature is 8 degrees centigrade, and where the temperature is 25, temperature is also increased, yes. This is the, and pressure is 1 atmosphere changed to 6.4 atmosphere. So temperature, pressure and volume, all three things are here. All three things are here. So we'll solve this problem also. Yeah. So volume 1, let's solve this problem. Volume 1 is 2.1, because this, he says here the initial volume. So volume 1 is equal to 2.1 milliliter. No need to change into liter, because volume 2 answer will be also in milliliter. Okay. And then we have this pressure 1. Pressure 1 is equal to 6.4 atmosphere. Temperature 1 is equal to, I think, 8 degrees centigrade. Yeah, 8 degrees centigrade, and plus 273 will be equal to 298. Okay, then volume 2. Volume 2 is your question. Then pressure 2. Pressure 2 is 1 atmosphere. Yeah, pressure 2 is 1 atmosphere. And temperature 2. Temperature 2 is, I think, 25. Yeah. Temperature is 25. So 25 degrees centigrade plus 273. So this is equal to 298. Yeah, 298 Kelvin. And this one here, this is not 298. Sorry, this will be 281. Yeah, 281 Kelvin. Okay. So now the formula is complete. General gas equation, P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. The question is V2. So V2 is equal to P1 V1 upon T1. So this P2 will go down, so T2 come up. So this is T2 and P2. So how much is this? P1 is how much? 6.4 multiplied by V1. How much is the V1? 2.1. So 2.1 multiplied by temperature 298 divide by temperature 1. Temperature 1 is 281. Pressure 2. Pressure 2 is 1 atmosphere. So answer will be 14 milliliter. Okay. Similarly, this practice exercise, let's finish this quickly. So here it is V1 is equal to 4 liter and pressure 1 is equal to 1.2 atmosphere and temperature 1 is equal to 66 plus 273 is equal to 339 Kelvin. And volume 2, what is volume 2? Volume 2 1.7. Volume 2 is equal to 1.7 liter. And then pressure 2, what is the final pressure? Pressure 2 is the question. Yeah, pressure 2 is the question. And then temperature 2. Okay, let me write here temperature 2 is equal to how much? 42. So 42 plus 273 will be equal to 43 plus 273, 315 Kelvin. Okay, so same formula, P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. The question is here P2. This P2 is question. So P2 is equal to P1 V1 upon T1 multiplied by, yeah, question is P2. So T2 will come here, T2 and V2 will go down. This we have to learn, all cross multiply in the mathematics. So P1 how much? 1.2 multiplied by 4 and then 315 divide by 339 multiply by V2. V2 is 1.7. So is equal to this answer. And check the mathematics. This is your job to check the mathematics. So let me see what is the next, and this will do in the next time, next class. Okay, I hope you understand all this long calculation mathematics. It's very easy, only long, and you have to practice it. And different types of question can come in the connect. Just you have to use your mind to solve these problems. Okay, thank you.